Good afternoon. I wanted to jump on here real quick today and talk to you a little bit about worry. It seems like in the last few days, everybody that I've spoken to has had some serious concern and serious doubt and serious fear. And it's not just related to the crisis that we're going through. People are struggling financially even more than they were before. People are struggling in their relationships even more than they were before. People are struggling with stress and fatigue more than they were before. And I thought about this and I said, you know what? I'm just going to throw something together for us to consider and think about when it comes to worry. So I hope this is helpful for you. I hope that it adds value. And I'm going to get started right now. Just take a look. So worry, uncertainty, fear, doubt, concern, challenge, you name it. We're going through this right now. We were going through it before, but now it's intensified. Wouldn't you agree? And life doesn't stop in a crisis. It simply keeps going and just, as I said, intensifies the challenges and the stress that we go through. The bills still need to be paid, right? The financial challenges that we have, if you've lost your job, if you're downsized, or if you are in sales and your sales have gone backwards because of this. There's so many things that are affecting the financial situation for so many individuals, myself included. We also look at our relationships. You know, there's a certain amount of truth in absence makes the heart grow fonder. For many relationships, being apart for a certain period of time during the day has, really strengthened those relationships and given people a little bit more. Being together so much because of the social distancing and the quarantine and the sheltering and all of that has created maybe some more additional stress on families and relationships than it's ever done before. So there's a lot going on. There's an absolute lot going on. And this whole situation that we're going through has really intensified the whole problem, wouldn't you think? Blaming doesn't change anything. We can't blame where the virus came from. We can't blame who we got the virus from if we do have it. We can't blame the stores for not having things on their shelves. We can't blame in any way because it doesn't help us. We have to prioritize and really think about what it is that is important. What is it that matters most? When I was in a store one time, someone dropped a jar of spaghetti sauce, and the spaghetti sauce hit the floor, the jar broke, the glass went, and she had on some sandals and it cut her foot. I said to her, "Oh my gosh, are you okay? Do you need me to get, do you need me to help in some way?" And she said, "Yes, please call someone to get this cleaned up." She wasn't thinking about blaming the store or blaming anyone for why the glass broke and why she was cut and why there was a mess all over the floor. She was just concerned with what was mattering most at that moment. So blaming doesn't really change anything. In addition, spinning your wheels doesn't change anything either. When I lived in New York and I had to drive in snow, there were some occasional times when I would get stuck. And I knew that if I pressed on the gas and just pressed on the gas and just pressed on the gas, that I would just spin my wheels and I wouldn't go anywhere. So I had to change my strategy. I had to think about what I was going to do. I either got out and put some sand down to get out of there, or I dug a way out, or I got somebody to help me push the vehicle so that I could get out. But spinning your wheels isn't going to get you anywhere either. So the first two things that can help you to really combat worry is to prioritize, consider what matters most, and then come up with a new strategy, come up with a new plan. Maybe it's because you don't have a real goal. Maybe because you haven't really spent any time personally developing yourself. I don't know, but if you're spinning your wheels and thinking about what you're thinking about and it's not getting you anywhere, you have to come up with a new strategy. So prioritize and set some new strategies, set some goals for yourself. The next thing is to get advice from someone who's overcome what you're going through. So if you're going through financial difficulties, you want to talk to somebody who's gotten out of them. You want to talk to someone who knows how to handle their finances. If you're going through a relationship challenge, you don't want to talk to somebody who's been divorced 6 times. That's probably not the right person to talk to. Go to someone who has overcome what it is that you're going through and talk with them and get their perspective and see if you can't change the direction of your own thoughts. Number 4 is be solution-minded. T.D. Jakes said, when people get tired of you, they will let you go. We've all known that person who is just overly negative, over and over again, just talking about the problem, talking about the problem, talking about the problem. Oh my gosh. And we move away from them. We don't want to be around them. Think about that in your own life and in your own situation. Be solution-minded. Think about what can I do versus what can I do? I can't do this and I can't do that. And this is this and this is that. Be solution-minded. Think of some creative ideas. And if you're having trouble with that, go back to number 3, which is talk to somebody who's overcome it, and they'll maybe help you come up with some ideas and some solutions, right? Okay. The last one is what is out of your control, you cannot own. What is out of your control, you cannot own. I wrote this morning when I was thinking about this. We can't stop the rain, so we use an umbrella. We adapt. We can't stop the wind, so we learn to face away from it. We adjust. We can't stop the sun from setting, so we use the darkness to rest. We abide. We can't stop the world from turning on its axis, so we must keep moving too. Action. These are things that we need to look at while we're working through our worry, our doubt, and our fears. And I'll tell you, I want to leave you with this last thought, okay? Did you know there are 365 verses in the Bible that tell us not to worry? Do you think that maybe God knew we would worry, we would have concern, we would be challenged? I think so. I think that's why he gave us a verse, one for every day. So don't try to be like the one that says, oh, everything's fine. I'm leaving it up to faith. Everything is great. I feel wonderful. You don't have to be obligated or feel obligated to not worry. God knows you're going to worry. So that part of it we got, but there are some strategies that you can do. So the first one is you want to prioritize, think about what matters most. You want to make sure that you have some really good strategies in place and you have some good goals for yourself. Work on your personal development. Work on your personal growth. That's a good thing to do. Talk to someone who's been victorious, who's overcome what it is that you are going through right now. Be solution-minded. Use your creativity to come up with ideas on what you can do. And then the last thing, if you can't control it, like you can't control the wind, you can't control the rain, you need to let it go. I hope this has been helpful for you. I hope this has added value to your day, and I just wish you the absolute best. Take care.